So thank you for joining me. Well, welcome to Century 21. Colin McGovern, your host, and I'm here with Andy Prebish, Senior Director for our Century 21 onboarding team. We're here to welcome you to Century 21. Thank you for joining the brand. Thank you for joining the company that you're with. This is one of the resources that we provide them and to you to help you get up and running quickly with the Century 21 brand. We've got everybody's phones on mute so that we can record this. I'm doing that right now. And because you registered for the class, I have your email address, and I'll send it to you later today when it becomes available to me. It will also have my contact information in there so that you could email me any questions that you have afterwards. But we're going to run through some of the resources and the key resources in Century 21 and 21 Online to support you. So first of all, we're going to talk about Century 21 marketing. How does the brand support you as you get up and running with the brand, using the tools and systems, the marketing resource that we have for you to go out and really talk successfully with your potential sellers, working with your buyers. For sale by owners, expireds that you want to talk to, a resource that we have to help you succeed at being part of the Century 21 brand. So first we'll talk about Century 21 marketing. When we invest our marketing dollars, it's all designed to support you. You are the key person in all of the decisions that we make to invest our marketing dollars, to help the brand grow, and help you grow your business. So these are the three components that we focus on. The first is to increase the brand awareness and preference. Now, there's a difference between awareness and preference, and I think it may be obvious. But let me reinforce the fact that we all, if we are talking about, tell me top 3 hamburger franchises out there, you might name McDonald's, Burger King, Wendy's, and you might name a local restaurant that you focus on. Maybe you like Whataburger if that's in your marketplace, or a local family restaurant that you work with. So brand awareness is that we know them. The question that I ask then is, which one do you go to? Which one do you prefer? Underline the preference. Who do you prefer to go and spend your money with, have a meal at that restaurant? And so when we talk about brand awareness and preference with Century 21, we're at the top for 21 years for brand awareness. And preference is so important. People want to come and work with a Century 21 agent, franchise office, and the brand has grown for 49 years. And so next year is our 50th anniversary. And we'd be excited to invite you to our international event called the 121 Experience in Las Vegas in February. So our goal is to continue to increase the brand awareness and consumer preference to work with you in your office. Next is to generate leads. How do we drive traffic so people come through our .com sites? And I'll show you which are the sites that we're talking about. But in there as well, it's so important that you understand when you're talking to your sellers what those sites are. And then to deliver superior tools and resources for our members. And those things come as part of your affiliation with Century 21. There's a couple that we have charges for, but I'll talk about those. National advertising. This is our commercial. We create commercials, and the focus of our commercials and the consumers out there are seeing, and it continually over the years said, I don't hear from my agent. I sign an agreement with them, and I don't hear from them. The prevailing feeling from consumers is that each agent out in the marketplace is just like another agent. Now, I know you work really hard and focus on your business, support your clients, and to have a sense from consumers that everybody's the same is not something that we want to focus on. We want to focus on the fact that our agents are unique and special. And so when you look at this commercial, I really love this one because it talks about how we are special.
Ever been in a balloon before?
It's our first time.
Hey.
Where are you going?
I'll see you at the landing!
But how will we...
The landing!
Your offer's been accepted. Ever bought a house before?
It's our first time.
All right.
Where are you going?
I'll see you at the closing.
But how will we...
The closing!
Are consumers feeling abandoned? And so that's the theme of the commercial. Working with the Century 21 agent, you're not going to feel abandoned. You're going to be cared for as a relentless agent. Our goal is to provide exceptional customer experiences for our clients. And so that's the focus. Focus is on you and the value you bring to them. This is the second commercial.
Ever been in a cave before?
It's our first time.
All right.
Where are you going?
I'll see you at the car!
But how will we?
The car! Your offer has been accepted. Ever bought a house before?
It's our first time.
All right.
Where are you going?
I'll see you at the closing.
But how will we?
The closing!
So thank you for letting me play those. I really loved them when I first saw them, and I continue to, because that our goal as an organization is to provide exceptional customer service experience for you, to provide you exceptional resources to grow your business, to help you be successful with the brand, and in turn, to help you provide exceptional experiences for your client. That is our number one goal as an organization. And so we work as an organization to deliver that content through our 21 Online platform that we're going to talk about, but also communicate to the public through our alignments with the Disney family of programming. And as we continue through the year and we have those opportunities to market with them, we focus on those types of programming so that we get our name out there. We focus on specifically ESPN as an example, because working with ESPN, one of the things we chose not to do, we work with programming like Good Morning America, with HGTV. My brain's drawing a blank today, so thank you for your patience. So HGTV, more and more consumers are either getting on with recordings and then watching the program afterwards to skip through the commercials, or finding streaming TV or other programming so that they don't have to watch commercials. So if we're to invest our money in those commercial programs, we would lose those opportunities. ESPN allows us to contact and connect with people. 91+% of the people that are watching those programs, specifically SportsCenter, are watching it live. Now, as we're able to get out and about, and we're having sports seasons now again, we're able to do more and more of those things. As I mentioned, I stumbled through this a little bit ago, but Good Morning America is one of the other cool opportunities. So later in the year, as we're able to get back into the programming, you'll see more and more of those opportunities for us to expand our brand awareness and preference, as I mentioned, to drive traffic to you. Century 21 University. I am so proud of the work that our Century 21 University team has created for you. The programming. Even in today's environment, they've come up with 10 exceptional programs to help you focus on your business, even when you're having to work remotely, when you can't work with a client face-to-face. Virtual open houses. Virtual open houses from your couch, one of the titles of the classes is. So we'll talk about Century 21 University. But the people that are attending class, one of the things that our team at Century 21 University are doing is measuring results of people that go through the classes. This is a program called Accelerate. It will be one of the classes I talk about today in Century 21 University's Accelerate. 4-week coaching and mentoring taught by our national trainers who've been successful agents, owners and managers, top producing people. They've also not worked in a vacuum and said, this is what we know or have done in the past, but we're also talking to successful agents in the brand, taking their best practices, their knowledge of what's happening and working today's market and sharing those with you. So you don't have to do it, bringing those resources to you. So you can see 30% of the agents that have gone through Accelerate are more likely to have production than those that don't take the class. Killer numbers, aren't they? An increase in listings, 31.5%, and 35.3% more closed sides. Time at the closing table with your clients. Help them succeed, see value in you, and success for you and your business. Those are the people that are actively involved in using the program. So you can go to the program and you can sit through the program, or you can really take advantage of it And when you look at those numbers, the people that really take advantage of coaching, mentoring, and training that comes out of those programs, the ones that are succeeding, the ones, as I think is pretty self-evident, when you put the energy and time and effort into it, look what happens. So we're going to get into our Century 21 Online platform, our intranet, and let me share that. And so this is the home page, landing page to log into 21 Online. When you first join your company, if you've not yet gotten into 21 Online, I'm going to do a quick explanation. You're going to receive 2 emails from access@century21.com, one with your username, which is your first name, last name at century21.com. This platform that you're seeing here is all single sign-on, so that when you log in to 21 Online, everything else in there will be accessible without an additional sign-on into 21 Online. So from the sign-in page, by the way, that second email will have a temporary password, and you'll set up a temporary password. Following that, you'll create a more permanent password. And I'm going to log out for just a second because I want to show you this landing page. If you've not logged in, it'll take you here. It will ask you to type in your username. And again, first name, last name at century21.com. I'm logging in as a broker in Florida. If for any reason you forget your password, there's an easy password recovery process right here. You're going to sign in, and it'll take you to this landing page. We're going to learn to navigate this home page. So from this home page, this was built with artificial intelligence, more specifically what they call machine learning, which is a component of artificial intelligence. Machine learning allows the system to understand you, what's important to you, and keeps up with what it offers you. So think, please, real quick, if you're using Netflix, like many people are these days, or Prime Video in watching content, you might be watching YouTube content. What happens? Type in the chat if you wouldn't mind, please, type in the chat. What happens when you finish watching a program on one of those channels? What happens? Type in the chat for me, please. What happens when you finish watching a program? What happens next? Suggest other programs. Thanks, Ryan. Exactly. Anybody else? You get recommendations. Beautiful. Thanks, Thomas. So yeah, so think about that when we're going through 21 Online, is that as you answer some questions, I'm going to walk through these questions right now. So when you get in the first time, it's going to give you some questions. First question is, what's your level of experience in real estate? Now, Will, on this continuum, says he's a seasoned pro. You may be brand new to real estate or somewhere along this continuum. Answer the question as best you can. It's not a test. It's just to help the system learn about you. So when you hit next, it's going to say, what do you specialize in? Now, Will's in the market where he has upper end properties, fine homes properties, as we call them. Everyone in Century 21 is considered a residential specialist. What we're asking here is, are there areas of focus that you want to add? Do you work additionally, or do you want to work additionally in commercial? Hispanic home buying marketplaces, metropolitan markets like New York, Miami, Los Angeles, Chicago. Fine homes and estates or upper end properties, and we'll talk about that in a little bit when I get there. Fine farm and ranch and global referral network. You can choose any or all or none. Next, you're going to choose your objectives. Now, we're going to offer you objectives. The ones I recommend that you start with are learning about Century 21, working on referrals, i.e. your sphere of influence, increasing your listing inventory, generating more lead contacts is some of the things included in here that I would suggest that you choose. But choose 4, entirely up to you. Once you've chosen those four, it's going to say, out of those four, what is the most important? And I accidentally passed over that one page, which is your primary. So out of those four, it's going to say, which is your primary goal. As I hit next here, it's going to take to action pass. So if you choose, and when you choose any of those options that were prior screens, it does not preclude you from accessing anything else in the brand. Just like on Netflix or Prime Video or YouTube, you can see all content. What the system now does is, when you join the brand, it doesn't know a lot about you and you haven't been in 21 Online. So it's trying to provide content that makes sense to you to support you. We had a previous system where everybody had to go to a library and pick from the library, but they didn't know what was in the library that really focused on maybe working with buyers or sellers or closed listings or pending contracts. So these action paths now let us come into a place where it says new sales associate landing page. What is that? And I'm going to take you to that landing page, but we're going to click start. In each of these sections, there are 14 steps, recommendations of content in 21 Online to help you grow your business with the brand, creating property flyers. Send a just listed email to your contacts through our business builder program. Advertise your listings on Facebook and Instagram through our social ad engine program. So we're going to click on those. When you click on start, it will make one of the action paths on the home page for you to receive suggestions for content. These pages here I'm skipping over are company level ones. Next, you're going to go to Workplace. Workplace is an environment, a communication environment, if you will, a networking environment, a learning environment that was created by Facebook. Century 21 has adopted. It's called Workplace, and it's a business environment. You click on sign up. It will take you to ask you to agree to the terms and conditions. And once you do that, it will take you to this landing page. On this landing page, I recommend that you sign up for the referral groups. So the C21 referral group is one that I recommend that you join. It's called a closed group. And in this closed group over here, when you click on join the group, now Will's already joined us, the broker that I'm proxying as, it will say join, and then the administrator will make that available to you and allow you to join. So join that referral group. There's an international or global referral group that I'm going to recommend, the global referral group. I also recommend to join the new to Century 21 onboarding group. That's our group, our team's group, and we post new training classes every month to that program. And the other one is social. So when you join the social group, and it's called #GoSocial, you don't have to remember all the names. Say, I want to find a referral group. I want to find a group about social, and just type it in the search box. When you land on this page, you're going to see the actual title of the group. Doesn't matter. You can just type in social here. Any place where you see this green tag, under that green tag, it says it's an official Century 21 group. What does that mean? Somebody from our corporate organization is the administrator and monitor of this group. And we post content in here to help you learn what resources are in the brand. From time to time, there are classes. August 19th, I mentioned social ad engine where you could market your listings. There's a class in here, August 19th at noon Eastern. Save your seat here. I would love for you to attend that class. Tasha Branham, Laura Pavlo, and other folks on their team will post classes, respond to questions. You can post questions to your peers out in the Century 21 world, what they're doing successfully in social media. Use the resource, please. It is a tremendous opportunity. And when you join the new to Century 21 group, that's a group that I'm in. So Andy and I will monitor that, any questions you have. But sign up for that. When you're done, you're going to go to the next page. It's a quick tour of 21 Online. We're doing that today, so you can just skip over that. Click on Go to My Dashboard, and we're here. So we're going to navigate the dashboard real quick. The dashboard. these 6 cards, you remember all the questions that you answered, now start creating these cards. Virtual open house, what is that? You can have your client, or you can set up an open house using Zoom or Facebook Live or whatever you want, and you connect that meeting to our virtual open house platform, and then your virtual open houses, your live virtual open houses, can be displayed on century21.com. One more way to market your virtual open house to a really broad audience by making that connection here. Preferred Client Club we're going to talk about, but there are, I found over the years I've been with the brand, this is one of the best ways to stay connected with past clients, to encourage them to work with you again. And according to their statistics, people are 50% more likely to send referrals to an agent who's sending them the marketing materials through Preferred Client Club than those that aren't. Level of professionalism, much higher. But on this landing page, if you get a new listing, if you've just got a pending contract, if you've just sold a property, what are these about? When you click on these, it says just listed residential, it will take you to this landing page. And these are the activities. Remember, we're talking about recommended content? These are the things that we offer as suggestions to help you. Once you list a property, you need to order sign writers. Your company may not provide sign writers. And if they don't, we've got discounts, national discounts with D and Loan Sign for you to get discounts on sign writers. We're going to talk about property details and URLs, but we create marketing videos for you to use with your properties. We have a standalone internet site that we create for every one of your listings. All you have to do is give your office administrative team the property information, the description, 6 photos or more, and we create a standalone internet site, and we create property videos. So these are all the resources that we provide to support you, helping you get that property sold. Now, back to the dashboard. We're going to go down the page just quickly. The award progress, Century 21 Awards and Recognition. So we've got awards and recognition program that when you achieve certain levels within Century 21, we provide awards at the national level. But you can see your progress. Andy Prebish, our team leader, is on the call. He calls this the pizza tracker. How are you doing on the path to earning a Century 21 award? We also do a quality service survey of your clients. Every time you have a closing, if you provide us a client email, we'll send a survey out to them. More and more consumers, and I think we're probably past more and more, we could say most consumers, now they get frustrated trying to respond to all the surveys. We have a wonderful system that's free to you. It's part of your affiliation with the brand. We send them out. When the consumer responds, you can take those surveys back in and you can use them to help you promote your business. People love to give stars. When I go online and search for things, I look for stars. And I also look for how many people have responded. Now, I know everyone is different, so you may have your own look at this, but we make this available to you automatically. Once you have a closing with Century 21 and you provide us an email address for the client, we send it out. And when they respond, you can take that information back in and promote that. And it shows up on your century21.com profile. Your rankings at your office, within your state, and nationally. Additional knowledge resources from the homepage, community discussions, additional news. If your broker decides they have some additional articles that they want to add or links that they want to add, they can do that on this page. So spend a little bit of time navigating this homepage, clicking on things. You can't break it. The next step is the action path. Now, I clicked on one of these cards, which is actually an action path that takes me to this action path page. Our team is called the onboarding team, and so I'm going to take you to this page. And in this page, it's going to give you these options. Click on things. We ask people to come in here once a week or 3 times a week, actually, 3 times a week for 15 minutes to get on 21 Online. We call it 3-15-21. 3 times a week, 15 minutes at a time, clicking on things in 21 Online. There's a new resource, new Sales Associate Resource Center that I want to take you to. This is our landing page. And on this landing page, you may have found my class today on this page through here, this link, first Friday of every month. On the 19th of this month, I'm doing another class. It's for the Home Concierge program. The experts from Home Concierge, and I'm going to show you the Home Concierge program in a minute, but when you get here, every month there's going to be a new topic. So this is where you register for that 3rd week. I break it down so that every month a new topic. Today, the action items that I have for you is to come to this new Sales Associate landing page. Download this guidebook. Andy created this and keeps it current, but it's about a 70, almost 80-page document that has screen grabs for key tools and systems in 21 Online to help you walk through, so you don't have to feel uncomfortable, to make it easy for you to learn how to use our tools, having a guidebook. There's also a Sales Associate Resource Information page that I'm going to download and open very quickly because I want you to see this. Now, from this page in this document, help desk information, support line for Century 21, ExpressDocs, Brand Studio, Zap, Toolkit, CMA, and so forth. Support lines, emails. Now, when you add listings to Century21.com, we create 5 resources for you. First and foremost is that we upload your listings to our Century21.com website, our flagship website. But we also add it to Century21Espanol.com site, highly trafficked. Remember, we were talking about driving traffic to you and your listings to support your consumer, your client, your listing client, get their home sold as quickly as possible at the best price. So the Find Homes and Estates website for higher-end properties, any listing that you have in your marketplace that's 3 times the median price and the zip code that you have, minimum of $600,000. So those become Find Homes and Estates website listings. We also automatically send it to our Century21Global.com website, the global.century21.com, which is available in 16 languages and 50 different currencies. So you may be saying, who cares, so what? More and more consumers are looking internationally into the U.S. I think statistics in the last few years have said almost 1 in 5 transactions in the U.S. have an international component. So your listings show up on Century21, the global.com site. And the reason why we have it in those languages and currencies is because we're trying to provide an exceptional experience so that they come here, they search here, they come back to the .com site, and they refer other people to the .com site to find you and your listings. Remember, driving traffic, eyeballs, and consumers to you. Commercial listings, we put your commercial listings automatically on our Century21 commercial site. We also syndicate your listings to over 200 sites, and from those sites, they syndicate it out to their network. So we're almost at 500 sites that we're syndicating your listings to. Our social media platforms, we'd love for you to come in here, take from our content, our brilliant people, our team in marketing who creates these posts and content for these pages, were designed for you to be able to use them too. So please do so. Having this page allows you to find the help desk, the contact information, where the listings are posted, and our social media platforms. And where I found that again is on our landing page. You download that document. We've also loaded 9 additional recordings. So as we go through today, because we're really at a high level of these systems, I can't really dig into them, but what I want to show you on our onboarding page is how to find these recordings to learn more about it. So when we're talking about digital platforms, and I mentioned the century21.com website and the 5 key things that we do, number 1, we put it on those websites. Number 2, we create property videos. Property videos that show up on your listings on century21.com, on the detail page of that listing. We also create a YouTube video for you and post it up to YouTube for you automatically. Then we also create a standalone internet site, an additional way for you to market your property. And from there, we also create a video for you to upload to your MLS, because most MLSs, we call it a non-branded video, because most MLSs don't allow you to put a branding on those. Then you've got that available for you as well. So again, the century21.com sites, the property videos, the standalone internet site. We create a property detail page, as I mentioned briefly, so that they'll be able to come. We really feature that listing, if you will. Make it special so people see the cool things that are available for this home, and that's syndication for you. Learn about that right here. And there's additional resources, the brand studio. This is where you find your logos and so forth. Let me show you that next. So we're going to get back to here, but before we go, our marketing team is brilliant and they've added a favorites. So if you click on added a favorites, you can add that to your favorites page, so that when you start using the system and you see programs in here that you frequently use, you can set up a favorites. Quick way to get back home is click on the Century 21 logo at the top. If you ever get lost in here, click on that Century 21 logo, it brings you back to home base, and then you can keep moving. So we talked about the action pass. Again, very quickly, when you click on the action pass, we use this onboarding page to get to where we wanted to be, the resources I just showed you. So under awards and recognition, Century 21 Awards, this is a deeper dive into the quality service awards, because we do, if you have sent out enough surveys. So you have to send out at least 8 surveys. Excuse me, you have to have at least 8 surveys returned. You have to survey 80% of your clients. Half of those need to be completed and returned. And if you get at least 8 with a score of 90% or greater, we have something called the Quality Service Award. What we have learned is that the people that are actively surveying their clients in our system, in the Century 21 system, are closing more business. So think about it. Recent statistics, and Andy, these had shared with me that a company had done a study, and businesses that they studied, 80% of them said that they think that they're doing a really great job with providing exceptional service, just something that we're talking about today. About 8% of those, or it was about 8% of those that had responded. The consumer side, so the companies, 80% of companies said they were doing a great job. The consumer side, only 8% of consumers said that they did get an exceptional customer service experience. Huge difference, isn't there? And so the concept of using surveys, for people to understand, for business to understand, are we hitting the mark? And when they do hit the mark, because they understand and adapt to what the consumers are telling them, and what we're encouraging you to do is take the survey system that we provide, take their feedback, really focus on the things that they're sharing with you to really enhance your business. Doesn't that make sense? That it increases the quality and the volume of your business? People refer them. Other people are referred to you. So think seriously about using the system we provided for you as part of your affiliation. Your statistics, how you're doing, the pizza tracker, if you will, along with national rankings. Resources, I want to take you to this because one of the most important things that we want to focus on today we call it a win for you right away is on this resources page. When you get to the bottom of the page, and I'm going to scan down very quickly, business benefits. Our parent company, Realogy, has gone out and negotiated discounts for you to use in your business, but to also provide value to you. So under the telecommunications, we've got discounts for Sprint, T-Mobile, Verizon, AT&T for your phone service. If you don't have a discount, please come back after our call today and take advantage of these. When you look at each of those cards, it will tell you what the discount is, any accessory discounts, and what the program entails. All you do is click on Learn More, and from this Learn More, you can find out more about the program. The critical component here is that please use the program link. If there's a discount, ID number, phone number, website address, use those. Don't call Verizon and say, hey, I work with Century 21. Use this access here to take advantage of that discount and the other options as well. Okay. So I'm going to go back a page because I want to show you some of the other discounts that are available to you. For your customers, we've negotiated discounts with PODS, Budget Truck Rental, Budget Car Rental, other car rental agencies, as well as Choice Hotels, Tiffany Gifts for closing gifts, for Avis and Budget, as I mentioned. Now, one of the cool things is that these discounts are available to you. They're available to your family. They're available to your friends. Just give them the discount. So let's look at the Budget Truck Rental discount real quick, just to remind you that you're not going to call Budget Truck Rental directly. First of all, you're going to come to this page and share this information with your client. By the way, there is a flyer in 21 Online to share with your clients. This is the toll-free number and the promo code to get the 20% discount. Save up to 20% on Budget Truck Rentals. Share that with your client. When you use our discount codes, then you'll be assured that you've got the right code for our discounts. All right, so I'm going to go back and follow my own guidance by clicking on here to Century 21, taking it to the home page, and we'll be back here. And I found those discounts under the Resources tab. Here's the link to the workplace environment that we were just in. So we're going to start with the menu. And under the menu, I'm encouraging you to come to the Productivity Hub because you're going to find those key resources alphabetically here. By the way, if you need to go back and change any of the questions that you originally answered, they're going to be under the Settings tab. Let's go to the Productivity Hub. And in the Productivity Hub, we're going to start, and I always ask people to start here and come to the Brand Studio. This is where you're going to find your company DBA logos. They're doing business as Century 21 Affiliated, Century 21 Plaza, Century 21 ABC, the name of your company. And so this is the landing page of the Brand Studio.
Hello, everyone. This is Enid Cruz providing.
Created by our friend Enid Cruz, walks it through Brand Studio. You remember on our onboarding page, we've also got a recording to learn more about Brand Studio. So today, from this landing page, I want to show you, you're going to find your company logos. Now, Will is with Century 21 Coast Properties. He's the owner. But when you click on that link, your company DBA logos will show here, gray, gold, and white. We've got them in PNG files. Those are the ones you'll most commonly use. And from here, you may also, if you work with a sign vendor or printer, they may want higher resolution photos so that we've got those options here for you too. Logo alignments. Notice here that this Coast Properties is aligned to the left, but this one is aligned to the right. And if I were to say, I want to see what all the options are, left, wide, and now wide in the center, notice that the Century 21 Coast Properties is moved out to the right. So we formatted these so that depending on the marketing piece that you're using, you can choose the one that works best for you. Notice this one in white, please. is when you download it, it's going to be literally white. It needs to sit on a black background so that it will display through. So that's why we have those. Now, back to the homepage by clicking on Century 21. We talked about the logos, but we also have what's called the asset library. We have almost 1,000 different digital assets, social media assets, brand assets in here for you. The Century 21 marks, the Century 21 logos, etc. So I'm going to go down here and also find the social media images that you can use, as well as what we call stock images. Stock images are photos, digital assets, if you will, that you can download and use in your marketing. Please don't go to the internet and download images that you don't own the rights to. You're going to get a bill and they can track you. So we have downloaded images for you to use in your business royalty free. We've already paid for those, the ones that we've uploaded. So there's lots of options in here for you to use. Play with the asset library. Now the other piece in here that I want to show you is that you are able to create property flyers. And you remember the commercials I showed you? In here, you'll be able to take those commercials, connect the dots with your contact information. You'll have your own Century 21 commercial that you can share out with your clients. Please, with each of our sites that you get into, make sure that your user profile is updated. First name, last name, email address, phone numbers, and your web address should be in here too. If your state requires you to have your license number, then you're going to put that in your profile too. Tremendous help. There's training material, as well as, you remember that new sales associate onboarding page that I took you to has a full training video on how to take advantage of the Brand Studio. So we're going to be back on the Productivity Hub. We've also got, and I mentioned to you earlier, Century 21 University. Of the things that you're focusing on today, Brand Studio, Century 21 University, go to our onboarding page, please, and download that user guide, the new sales associate resource guide that Andy created, along with that document that has the help desk and our websites and our social media sites. But spend some time in here, in this learning library. You see highlights here on the home page. When I take you to this learning library, you can filter these. And in these filters, you'll see live, virtual classes, virtual, no brainer. That's something that's taught by our national trainers. Self-paced and learning content, explore this. But under the virtual, I want to explore this today. There is a class called Virtual Accelerate. This is taught by our national trainers. 4 weeks, Monday, Wednesday, Friday, for 90 minutes each session. You're taught by our national trainers, our experts, our coaches, to help you grow your business. You remember the statistics I showed you? Come in here, find more about this. You can view upcoming classes. Now, one of the things they also understand that across our time zones, people may be needing to take classes at different times of days. So what they've done now is the next class coming up is, notice these are already registered full. So the next class available is August 31st, 2 p.m. Eastern time. Everything we do in our time zones is Eastern, just so we have a landing place, if you will, for everybody to work from. 76 seats available. When you click on it and register, you'll get an email afterwards reminding you. There's participant material. And with our ZAP websites, how you can use interactively with there. One of the things that we've done is we've taken the phone scripts from Accelerate program and moved them over to our ZAP CRM so that you can use the phone scripts that you got from Accelerate in your marketing with your website. The other point I want to show you in here is this at your fingertips for the week of August 10th through the 14th. These are the classes that are coming up. And in these classes, they were designed to help support you in today's environment. Anybody work on expired listings? There's a listing class if you want to focus on listings. Owning objections. These are objections that our trainers have picked up from their knowledge and experience, as well from other top producing agents, to help you focus on overcoming objections and objections you may never heard of before. As well as Mind Over Market. Greg Harrelson does a lot of wonderful coaching himself, and you can find him in Workplace. So these are classes, including upcoming classes here that you can take advantage of. So in Century 21 University, under the At Your Fingertips, you're going to find these upcoming classes. There's a calendar. I prefer to go to the Learning Library and the At Your Fingertips if you want some quick tips as you want to start learning how to navigate. So again, from the homepage of Century 21 University, and it's rebuilding. And then what I did was from the Learning Library, and then I did virtual. And you notice here the class I mentioned was Virtual Accelerate. The statistics I showed you earlier are based on this class, the success of agents that are actually actively using the platform. So I'm going to go back to the Productivity Hub on 21 Online. I'm going to come down to a program called Business Builder. Business Builder is a platform that we have made available to you. We paid Market Leader to provide this platform. It allows you to upload your database. There's almost 800 marketing pieces in there, 400 plus e-marketing pieces, about 300 plus print marketing pieces that you can take. It's got a monthly newsletter. It's got newsletters that you can customize. It's got print and e-marketing pieces that you can personalize. It's got 58 campaigns in there for you to use to send out to your clients. It's got a birthday campaign. Every year for 5 years, you can send out a client an birthday card. It's got holiday cards. I mentioned the monthly newsletter. When you attach your database of people that you want to send a monthly newsletter, every single month we create a brand new newsletter for you to send out to your clients. You don't have to touch it at all. We do the work for you. So Business Builder is also one of the training recordings that we have on our new Sales Associate landing page. If you need to order business cards or print marketing material, you can also go through ExpressDocs, one of our wonderful vendors, among many. This is how we access Century 21 University. Discounts and perks. Remember, we were talking about the discounts that you can provide your client, and discounts for you can also be found in this discounts and perks. Scrolling down here further, My Listings. When we talked a little bit ago about what we do for you for your listings, under My Listings tab, we create those property videos. When you give your company the property description, obviously the price and the property address, and a minimum 6 photos, we create property videos for you. So I'm going to open a property that I normally use as part of Will's inventory. And I'm going to take you to, looks like he may have sold that property. So let me go back to this one. When I click on the property, in any of these properties, notice that the card flips over. So when we talked about Prime and Netflix, and it provides content, when you click on that card, it flips over and says, hey, guess what? There's something cool here. This is where you can see the property videos. When I click on there, it brings up this page, this cloud, if you will, a link to the internet sites. It takes about 48 to 72 hours once you give your company the content, the information about your listing, along with the 6 minimum pictures. We will upload these video links for you, and that's where you find them on this page. So this is the standalone internet site. The branded tour. It has your contact information and the Century 21 marks. The non-branded tour that you can use on the MLS, and the YouTube video. We upload that to YouTube automatically for you. If you've got your own YouTube channel, put it there too. But we made it easy for you to find under that My Listings tab the videos, the virtual open house that you can schedule. Learn more about that here. And you can see your listing on centurytwin.com. Other marketing choices. So I really tried to provide wonderful access to content that we've helped provide for you, either through our resources or one of our vendors. Preferred Client Club, I mentioned this to you as well. Preferred Client Club, 7 times a year, 3 magazines, 2 postcards, and 2 other marketing pieces that you can connect with your clients. There is a charge to that. It's about $58 for 5 years. Works out to be a little over $1.20 per marketing pieces, which is really a great value. Even more so, statistics show that the typical consumer forgets the agent that they use within about 7 months. So today you're on the call with me, the training with me today and Andy. You're also waiting for phone calls and emails to be responded to. Your clients worried, you're worried, you can't sleep. And then you get through all these things and you get to the closing table and you give the keys to the client and they've finished all the paperwork and everybody's so happy. You send them a survey. They promise to use you again. They promise to refer you. Even their survey, they said, I'm going to refer you to somebody. And then 7 months later, they forget you. I think that's one of the greatest tragedies out there. So this platform, 7 marketing pieces with those 3 magazines, the 2 postcards, and then the other 2, which includes a calendar, all have your picture on it and your contact information. The Preferred Client Club team has surveyed their clients and said they're 50% more likely to send a referral to those agents who are sending them. Even more so, they are reminded throughout the year that you did wonderful things for them. Use you again in the future. Refer somebody to you. Please, please, please go to the recording that we have on the landing page and learn more about Preferred Client Club. This to learn about your surveys and where to get those surveys that you send out and we send out for you. More about the social ad engine. Toolkit CMA. We have uploaded Century 21 listing presentations for you to use so you don't have to create your own. They're unique, that have our branding on them. If your MLS is connected to Toolkit CMA, which most are, if they're not, you still can use the listing presentations. To find out more, to learn if your MLS is connected to Toolkit CMA so you can combine a market analysis with a listing presentation, there's a phone number. I use the online chat. I did it last week for a company in Massachusetts. And so I just chatted with them, is my MLS connected to Toolkit so I can use the market analysis, so use that chat. There's demos that you can run, wonderful help. You can also ask them to do a review of the program with you. There are also Toolkit CMA training classes when you go to Workplace. Every month we've got a training class on Toolkit CMA, as well as I've got a recording on our landing page. So learn more about Toolkit CMA and use the program. We are paying Toolkit CMA Realty Tools. We are paying for you to be able to use that. Learn more about the unique or standalone internet sites that we've created for you through here. And then of course, your Zap website. We build websites and mobile apps for you automatically. So there's training in the platform as well. I am going to go back with a couple resources. How do we get to the homepage? Click on Century 21. And from this menu, this is just an exceptional client connection program. It's a value add. And so why do people want to work with us? Because we provide value, something that they can't get from somebody else or another resource they can't do for themselves. we provide exceptional value. And for us to be able to do a program called the Home Concierge Program. So the Century 21 Home Concierge powered by MoveEasy. I'm going to play a video for you so that you can understand what this resource is, and then we'll talk a little bit more about it.
Introducing Century 21 Home Concierge, a concierge for life service that helps you manage all your moving and home management needs in one place.
Wow. We're in contract.
Complete all moving tasks with your online dashboard, including finding the right moving companies, filing your change of address without going to the post office, as well as keeping a track of your move with the help of a week-by-week interactive moving checklist. You can even use your concierge on your Amazon Echo or Google Home device.
Alexa, launch Century 21 Home Concierge.
Hi, Jess. Welcome to your Century 21 Home Concierge. How can I help you today?
Help me find a painter.
Your Century 21 Home Concierge has found 3 painter your agent Jane Smith recommends. Would you like me to have them call you?
Yes.
Prefer talking to a live human?
Hi, Rocky. I have a question about my internet provider.
Your Century 21 Home Concierge comes with a dedicated concierge that can help with your move and home management, saving you time and money. We can even help with scheduling too. Your service doesn't end with your move. Need a home cleaner after your move, or planning a kitchen remodel in the next 6 months or 6 years? Simply call your concierge, access it online through your voice-activated devices or on the mobile app. Century 21 Home Concierge, your concierge for life.
So I'd love for you to type in the chat what you think about this program. We call it a client loyalty program, Century 21 Home Concierge. It allows you to send out this app or the desktop, laptop version for a client so that they can access these resources. And guess what? It's free. It's free to you. It's free to your client. And if you have specialty vendors like a pest control, an inspector, you're in a marketplace that needs a specialty service like a well service, or anything that you have as a special vendor in your market, they can join this network too for free. If you don't have a vendor in a certain category, Home Concierge, MoveEasy provides that for you. Client loyalty, offering value. I have a lender that I've worked with over the years. She sent me something recently that is a home valuation. It's a bot that she sends, and I can look, and once a month I can see what my home's doing by price compared to others in my marketplace and for prior months. Really cool app, but this thing blows it away. What a tremendous service. You can give it to your sphere of influence, your past clients, anybody that you know, you can share this. It's got a dedicated concierge connected with you, your name. So I would strongly encourage you to use this. I said August 19th, actually Friday, 2 weeks from today, on the 21st. And I'm going to go back to the homepage and show you more. On the 21st, at 2:30 Eastern Time, the experts from the Home Concierge Program will be online. How do you find the class? I mentioned today the things I want to encourage you to do after our session. Number one, go to the Action Pass. Click on our onboarding card and go to the new Sales Associate Resource Center. Make it a favorite. Please make it one of your favorites, because it'll make it easier for you to go back to. Because on this page, we're trying to add value to you. This is where you register for that class with Home Concierge. August 21st, 2:30 Eastern Time. This is the registration link. I mentioned to you, I'm encouraging you to download this 2020 Sales Associate Onboarding Guidebook. Download that here. Download that resource guide It has the help desk phone numbers and email addresses. It has the links to our digital websites that you can talk about when you're doing a listing presentation. And it has the links to our social media sites. Finally, here are the links to those training classes. Here are the links to those training classes I mentioned. I'm going to go through this very quickly. Our digital platforms, your listings, your properties, your listing presentation toolkit, CMA, the Real Satisfied surveys, Preferred Client Club and Home Concierge, your MyC21 websites that we link to your homepage, your personal profile on century21.com. Business Builder, the 800 marketing pieces. Actually, it's less than 8, but it's right about 750. Business Builder. Century 21 University, the brand studio, how to take advantage of your company DBA logos, the marketing piece, the flyers that you can create in less than 5 minutes, and all the additional resources in there. And the Golden Ruler reports, the marketing pieces that you can use, the activity on your listings. Okay, so quick overview. I hope it was a good hour for you. And I'm going to stop the, actually, I'm going to catch the chat real quick. All right. So thank you all for attending. Any questions that you have, please type those in the chat. Remember, I'm going to send this recording out afterwards, and then you'll be able to look at it. But there's also those recordings on the new Sales Associate landing page